All right, today we're going to talk about the Tuckman model. It is a theory or a model that explains team effectiveness in the different stages. So, step number one, forming, the start, the beginning. That is the exciting time. Then there's a bit of a lull, there's a bit of a down. This is the storming phase. People are trying to figure out where their place is, how it's going to work, what the dynamic is. There can be friction, there can be a bit of chaos, and it's not the most effective. From there, we go to norming. This is where people get comfortable, this is where people get familiar with each other, who's doing what, etc. Then the peak is performing. Yeah, this is the peak of the graph. This is where everyone's working together. There's like flow state, people are clear on who's doing what. This is where we want to get to, but you've got to go through those previous stages. And then at the end of the cycle, that's adjourning. That's when the end of the year is, or the end of the project, and that's when you go back to the start. So anyone that's been in a team, whether it's a business team, a sports team, any kind of team, you can probably relate to that first initial phase of excitement. And then it's totally natural and normal for there to be an attrition of effectiveness. This is when either a project ends or something gets stale or just something happens. Some event will cause the effectiveness to decrease. I've seen this firsthand, I've experienced it, I've seen it in a number of other organizations, and we wanted to create something to help overcome it. That's when Pulse comes into play. Pulse is a service designed to get a feel or a pulse on how your team are doing, how your employees are going. Sometimes in an organization, it is really easy for a team to get off center, off course, and not align with the business. It's really hard to find, attract, recruit, and then retain high quality staff. And so this program is designed to help with that. What we've noticed over the years working with business owners is a disconnect between the employee knowing the exact vision of the business. They're doing their work, but they're not entirely sure on where the business is actually heading. So where the business is going, what their goals are, and how their individual role contributes to that. What we see a lot is that the leadership may have great intentions and they want the best for their team, but sometimes an employee may not feel entirely comfortable talking about their concerns. By acting as an intermediary between those two parties, we hope that we can add value and to help align both parties. By using some cool AI tech and automation, what we hope to do is provide some quantitative data to get some insight that the owners or senior leadership can then act on. We're trying to create a win-win-win situation here. So the leadership wins, the business wins, and the employee wins. Keep an eye out for further updates on this. We're going to release it soon. Stay tuned for updates.